Welcome to another video made by Alpha Audio. Today we have something special actually.
Very special.
And it's not the NAIT 1, it's the NAIT 50. It's the 50th anniversary of the name.
Yep.
1973. But it was actually started in 1969 by Julian Verreker, and he made music to light machinery for the AV industry. But he was not very satisfied with the audio quality in the industry, so he started creating amplifiers.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his first was the NAP 160, if I remember correctly, and the NAP 250. And the 160 was a mono amp, 250 was a stereo amp. So it started off a little bit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But in 1973, Naim Audio was officially launched. And
together with a lot of other brands in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah.
1973 is a magical year in
sort of the golden age.
Yeah.
Now I thought that the name NAIT 1 was actually built or designed in 1973, but it isn't. It's in 1983.
Yeah.
So this one is a celebration for the 50th birthday of Naim, but the amplifier, and we have it. Yay!
They took the name
NAIT 1.
NAIT 1
is launched in 83.
Yeah.
Now Julian actually voiced this one. So this one is really special, and I think it's maybe even worth quite a lot of money, but I'm not sure. We borrowed it from Latham Audio, thank you for that.
Yeah.
But in 1983 this one was launched, and it was kind of a competitor for the NAD 3020, which was disturbing back then, and it was launched 5 years earlier in 1978. We have it up there. And it created kind of a new market. Like, we have an audiophile amplifier for not a lot of money, and Julian thought we can do better.
Yep.
And he created the name NAIT 1.
The famous NAIT 1, the first integrated amplifier. NAIT stands for Naim Integrated Amplifier.
It was the first integrated amp for Naim, and it kind of created a new era for Naim as well.
Yes.
Because after the NAIT 1 came the NAIT 2, 3, 5. Where was the 4?
I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't good enough. The rest is history, of course.
Yes.
But we have a audio video as well.
Yes. So if you want to know how they sound, you have to watch the audio video.
Yeah. And we compare the NAIT 50 to the NAIT 1 and
the famous
XS2.
This one is famous because it's mine.
Yeah, wow, it's heavy.
It's heavy. It's a big toroidal transformer inside.
Yeah, because from the NAIT 3, this was the new form factor.
Yes.
So the NAIT 1 and 2 had half DIN, and the NAIT 3 launched the new form factor, and of course the integrated amplifiers had the same casing as well. But this is yours, and it's really heavy, so I'm gonna put it down.
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, Naim was famous for their power supplies.
Yes.
So the funny fact is that Verreker, Julian, voiced this one, and it only had 13 watts.
Yes.
So the Naim engineer thought, 13 watts is not a lot, and we have a lot of big power supply, we're gonna make one more powerful. So they did during Julian's holiday. And when Julian came back, they said, we have a more powerful version of the NAIT 1 and you gotta hear it. And he sat down and he said, nah, it's worse. So it was like slapped off the table instantly. Because he said, you know what, you don't need all those watts. It's all about decent amount of wattage, but it's all about the dynamics. Yep. And the power supply can deliver a lot of current very fast. And that's how this one is designed. And actually all Naim devices are designed like that. So it's not really powerful on paper.
No, but it is in practice.
It is.
Yes.
It has a lot of control. And we heard that.
Yeah. We heard it. And I know it from experience every day.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah.
So what about your NAIM XS2?
The XS2 was from 2013 when it was introduced. Its XS stands for the small form factor, so it's a smaller size one. Yep.
Extra small.
Extra small, yeah. The companion was the Super NAIT 2.
Yeah.
The big integrated amplifier.
Yeah.
It's more like an an entry level NAIM line.
What's pretty relative if you're talking about NAIM.
Yeah. This one, the NAIT 1, has a phono preamp inside, so you can have an phono preamp in it. The NAIT 50 as well has a phono preamp as well, again, and it's specially designed for this one, for the 50.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have it.
No.
2013 was the digital period. Vinyl was
pretty much gone,
extinct almost.
Yeah.
So it focused a lot on AV and digital sources. NAIM was pretty early in the digital era. With the streamer and the hard disk storage.
You even have an HDD input, I think.
So you can loop it through to an HDD unit, their core unit. There's also an AV bypass on it, but it has a lot of inputs. I only use one right now for my streamer.
DIN.
Yeah, and recently I started to use a second one for my vinyl, my preamp for the for the record player. It's got 70 watts on 2 channels, and it's very reliable. Yeah,
that's absolutely. They don't break down.
No,
never. No, it's really reliable. Even this one is. I don't think it's even been serviced. And it's 40 years old, so that's quite incredible.
One of the nice things about NAIM is if you have an old one like this one, the older ones, and you want to have it serviced, they can.
Yeah.
As long as they have stock of the components which are needed or need to be replaced, you can still send it in for repairs or for servicing. Like new capacitors, if those need to be replaced.
They had a whole section of vintage components in the factory.
Yep.
So it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. So the longevity of those pieces of hardware is very long.
Still there.
Still there. So that's nice. It's also going to be true for the NAIT 50.
Yeah. So
I think if you look at the front of both of the machines, you will see it is a stunning.
Yeah, they pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, they nailed it.
Yeah, it's 4 buttons. This one has a headphone, but it's on the spot of the balance.
Yes.
So it's really well done. Volume control, pretty much the same. This one is more black.
Yeah, it's a little bit more black, but there's still a color difference. I mean, all the small details, even they put the old logo on again.
Yeah. This one, the power LED is white, and so I think they should have left it green.
Yeah,
but that's a detail. At the back, same DIN inputs, of course.
Yes.
Phono stage. This one has a phono stage as well. The weird banana outputs. Sorry, you have it as well.
Yeah.
This one does have the tweak.
Yeah.
For the Henry currents, which is a nice progression. And instant on for this one is a button for the power. But I think they did a remarkable job.
Yeah.
Even the logo, it's exactly the same. It's really funny. It's
This also has a headphone stage, a really good one.
Yes, from the
NCS 222.
NCS, that's it, yeah. NCS
so their new streamer, and that one is also a derivative of the phono part of the Atom HE, the headphone edition.
True. And the phono stage is also
new, especially designed for this one.
Yeah, but I think it's a derivative of their own phono stage for the.
Probably,
I think that's what we heard on the high-end Munich.
Yeah.
It's of course not the same power supply and stuff like that, but the most parts are used for this one.
The inside, the power amplifier in this one is actually taken from the NAP 250.
Yeah, but it's not the same power.
No, it's only 25 watts.
Yes.
As Jason Gould said it on the high-end Munich.
Salisbury watts.
25 Salisbury watts.
I think it's 40 in 4 ohms and 60 in 2 ohms, something like that. So it almost doubles, not quite, but almost. But for a small form factor like this, it's good enough. And we heard it.
It has a remarkable grip on the output. So it's a wonderful device.
Yeah.
It's a special edition. So they decided to remake this one, or rather the form factor of this one, into a special edition. They made 1973 ones. So there only exists 1973.
1973.
Named 50s.
Do you think they'll sell them all?
I'm curious if they sell them all. I think there's a lot of people who really would like to collect this one. Maybe even I don't know how big it is in Asia these days, but I can imagine that like with sneakers, people buy a box, never open it, just buy a box to sell it on later.
Limited. Well, it is limited, and they promised it will be limited.
Yes. I think though, having heard it and seeing it, I really wish they would bring this form factor back. It's like with Cyrus, their competitor from the UK. This design actually is very practical.
It's really practical.
But also, if you would have a box like this with these specifications, I mean, it sounds amazing. And you have a streamer with the same looks next to it.
Exactly.
You have a complete, really good audio system.
And you can place them next to each other. So you have the box. Okay, Naim, pay attention. You have this box.
Yes.
Then you have the power supply.
Yeah.
Next to it. I mean, they have power supplies in this form factor as well.
Yes.
Then you have a streamer. And you have, I don't know, something else in the same form factor. Maybe a power amp so you can upgrade.
It would be really great if it's only a 2-box solution, like an integrated amp.
Come on.
No,
we're audiophiles. We want the boxes, but if you can have the space, so integrated amp, power supply, streamer, and even if you want to, an upgrade power amplifier. That's it.
Yeah.
CD drive, DAC.
A CD drive, that would be a nice one,
Yeah.
That's a nice addition. But they have the whole integrated units, like people who want
Unity
to have
series.
Unity series.
Yeah.
If you want to have only one device on your in your living room, they make them. So they cater to that audience. They have the separates, the big boxes, the heavy boxes, the very expensive
for the
boxes. For the audiophiles who want it all.
Yeah.
And I think in between those integrated and those
cute.
big, there's also a big market for people who are serious about hi-fi, who don't necessarily want an all-in-one, who want to have choices.
Yeah.
I think if you make a amplifier like this, an integrated one, and you make a streamer also with a preamplifier with a knob on the backside to only use it as a power amplifier and have the preamp of your streamer function as the preamplifier, they will have a streamer which is, I think, would be very much in demand. But also, in combination with this, you have a beautiful 2-box system. So maybe we should start to work for name marketing or name design and start a series, Jaap.
I see some conflicts in some small conflicts, But we can advise you. If you want to have a call, my number is on the website, so you can call us anytime, of course. But about the signature. We listened to it. So the whole video will be online as well. You can listen to the 50, the 1 and the XS2. The funny thing is, it felt like a travel through time.
Yes. Definitely.
The funny fact for me was the NAIT 1 is really good.
Yep.
It has a lot of drive, it has a lot of rhythm. It's remarkably fast.
Yes.
The XS2 had sort of the same signature. But was just more serious.
Yes. These are close family.
Definitely family.
Yep.
The 50, and for me it was obvious that it uses DR technology. That was like a shift for NAIM. Technically, DR technology is far superior, and it's more clean, it's faster. But I got what you meant finally with the depth in the notes. This is absolutely more detailed.
Yeah.
It's really clean. You can hear every layer. So technically, this is definitely a better product.
Yes.
And it drives these TADs with ease. 25 watts, but it's insane what it can do. But is this the same signature as your XS2 or the NAIT 1?
No.
No. It's not. It's a different amp.
Yes.
It's a good amp.
It's a very good amp,
but it's different.
Yeah.
I still don't get how you can get a signature in an amplifier that measures straight and does everything right. I don't know, but it's different. And it was really funny to hear that, like from 83 to 2013.
Yep.
To
2023.
It's just a world of difference.
Yes.
It's really funny.
Yeah. So there's still a lot of development in amplifier technology still then, even after all those years.
It's I think if you measure it, this is definitely the best.
Yeah.
It's the most clean, most controlled, most detailed one. It still does have the bass and the rhythm characteristic of NAIM though. So we can't say it's not a NAIM. This is a NAIM product.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I can hear it, but it's really different from yours.
It sounds very different from this one and from the XS2.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful piece that they made. I think they made a little gift for themselves. And they share it with 1973 people.
Maybe the other the other 27 are in the NAIM factory.
It could be.
Still, they make 2000, and they say, oh, well, it would be funny to make 1973 of them. But what do you think? Which one? Now we shouldn't pick a winner because that's stupid. But I did think it did especially remarkable in a classical piece for me.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
It was really impressive, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a modern sounding amplifier, so it can compete with ease with what's out there in the market.
Yeah.
So I understand why they are doing this. I think that they really are testing the waters a bit for different form factors, and because this one, the XS series, well, it's in its form factor outdated.
Yes, it is.
This won't sell anymore.
No.
In
these days.
In these days, no.
No.
So the only ones are doing fine.
They look incredible.
Yep.
They look beautiful.
The big boxes, they introduced new ones recently, so there must be a market for them. But it's compared to the mass market, it's a niche.
Yeah, it is.
This is somewhere in between. I think a lot of audio lovers who get their hands on this one will be very happy, and like owners of a piece of like this one, like the early NAIM amplifiers, hold on to it with their dear life and are very resistant to say goodbye to their NAIM amplifiers. I think that people who will get the name NAIT 50 will also be people looking for it and holding on to it for dear life. Yeah.
I must admit, I wasn't sure what to expect.
No, neither was I. Yeah.
But I do like it.
Yeah.
It's and they did a great job in design. I was pleasantly surprised when I opened the box and put it next to the NAIT 1. I was like, wow, you really thought of everything.
Yes.
Except for the green light. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's a controversial thing, so don't open it up.
Cannot not say it. Okay, I think we quite covered the new NAIT 50, compared it to the NAIT 1. Again, if you want to listen to it, click on the pop-up banner and you go to the music video we created.
And I want to thank Latham Audio for making this possible and sharing this one, because this one is hard to get your fingers on.
And this one is even harder.
Harder to get your fingers on, so being able to have them side by side was wonderful.
Yes, thank you Latham Audio. It was really nice lending this to us. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.